Hello everyone. Now in our previous lesson we looked at the methods of sterilization. Now here I want us to look at the heat or the thermal methods, because previously we had seen that sterilization has three main methods: the heat or thermal methods, and then we had the chemical methods, and we had the physiochemical methods. Now today I want us to look at the first method, which is the heat or the thermal method. So here, thermal method are grouped into two main groups. We have the dry heat and the moist heat. We have dry heat and the moist heat. Now, under dry heat, we have four categories. We have an example of incineration. We have the use of red heat. We have the use of flaming. We have the use of hot air oven. So these four are methods that employ heat. And this one is dry heat. We're talking about dry heat. The hot air oven, the flaming, the red heat, and incineration use dry heat to sterilize. Now, with incineration here, we are saying that here we have the destruction by burning. So the item or whatever is being sterilized here, it is being destroyed completely by the process of burning. So incineration is only employed where the item is no longer needed. Now we have red heat, where the item to be sterilized is heated to readiness. And then flaming, we say there is no heating to readiness. So the difference between red heat and flaming is that in red heat, the item is heated to readiness, while in flaming, the item is not heated to readiness. And then we have the hot air oven, which employs the use of high temperatures to sterilize. Now, on the moist heat, as a method of heat sterilization, here we have moist heat. We have the method called autoclaving, whereby we are using steam to sterilize. This is called autoclaving. And then we have the use of steam at atmospheric pressure. In other words, you can say boiling water. Here we mean 100 degrees Celsius. And then you can use hot water below the boiling point. So here we are using hot water that is lower than 100 degrees Celsius. So these three employ the use of moist heat sterilization. They employ the use of moist heat sterilization, while these four here are using dry heat sterilization. So these are the thermal methods of sterilization. So we have four methods here that employ dry heat. We have three methods here that employ moist heat. So the 7 methods are the thermal methods of sterilization. Now the next method of sterilization, which is a physical method, is the use of radiation methods. So here, radiation methods are categorized into two. We have the ionizing radiation and the non-ionizing radiation. So in the ionizing radiation, we're saying this kind of radiation has a good penetrating power. It has a good penetrating power, while in the non-ionizing radiation, it has a low energy and a low penetrating power. So the difference between ionizing and the non-ionizing is in the penetration power. Ionizing radiation has a good penetrating power, while non-ionizing radiation does not have a good penetrating power. So examples of ionizing radiation, we have the X-rays, we have the gamma rays, and the beta rays. These ones are examples of ionizing radiation. While in the non-ionizing radiation, we have the UV rays. The ultraviolet rays are examples of non-ionizing radiation. So generally, radiation methods are grouped into two: the ionizing and the non-ionizing. Under the ionizing, we have the X-rays, the gamma rays, and the beta rays, while under the non-ionizing, we have the UV rays. Now finally, we come to the filtration methods. Filtration methods, we are saying the filtration sterilization process uses a porous membrane filters. Porous, which means has pores. It has pores, or in other words, we can say holes. It is porous, which means it has pores, which means it has holes. Now we are saying the pores in the membranes are of different sizes and prevent any substance larger than the size of the pore from passing through. So filtration methods simply use a porous membrane filter. Now, generally, we say physical methods of sterilization are categorized into three main groups: the heat or the thermal methods, the radiation methods, and the filtration methods. These are the three main groups of physical methods of sterilization. Guys, thank you very much. Kindly do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment in these videos.